All right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. So we missed out on a video yesterday, and tonight I really should have gone ahead and done a Cancerian video, and I was actually going to just call it a night, and instead I kept getting a message that I was like, no, I need to do one other like general message. Maybe there will be an emphasis on Cancerian in this, but I don't I don't know. That's just not the way it was coming across to me. And it was somebody just kept saying again and again, just have to see her, just have to see her. I don't know what this is, but we have truth be told. And we have somebody who's taking off a mask on one hand. We have a little owl of wisdom opening up this window. I don't know. Is it that somebody needs to see somebody as they really are? Is this the advice that maybe somebody's not who they were cracked up to be? Is there something here possibly about that is not the way I took it, by the way? I was thinking that this was going to be a message of like someone who wants to see an individual because they miss them. But this might be, no, you just have to see who this person is as a real person, have the mask fall off, see them for real. We have the High Priestess. There's a subconscious knowledge. Look, this could still go really beautiful or really bad. I don't know. It's funny because I thought maybe this will be a shadow message. I don't know. We have a Two of Pentacles. That Two of Pentacles energy is, I just said it could go either way. And literally we say still, it could go either way. We have, the scales on that High Priestess. And then we have somebody kind of sitting like they are the scales, weighing things, wondering who this individual is. Hang on. What does this mean? This is very cryptic. Page of Pentacles. There's a bright idea and an offer, and maybe somebody's been writing down a list, and there's something about timing here, and there's something about intuition kicking in. Who's taking off a mask? Let me just see if I can get there. Who's taking off a mask? Possibly a Virgo, a hermit, somebody who has been on a silent journey for a long time. So what I'm going to say right now is that someone is seeing a situation that they've pondered over for a really, 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 really long time. Maybe they were looking at things through rose-colored glasses, and they're finally seeing things for what they are. Hang on. Tell me, what is it that they're seeing clearly? Six of Swords. They're seeing that they've been stuck when they should have moved on. What is the deal with you just have to see her? Ooh, the Two of Cups sideways. This is a complicated story because this is shared energy. We have possibly a feminine who is saying, it's time I let them go. I've been on this lonely journey and I'm finally saying, I know it's time. I know I got to let them go. I've known for a long time that they weren't showing up. I've known that I should go meet somebody else. I've known I should let this go. Okay, but at the same time, it's like he might be having this heartbeat tempo of, I just have to see her again. I just have to see her again. Even if she's, basically with her own wisdom has taken off their mask and said, they're not gonna like show up for me. It doesn't matter if we're Two of Cups. They're not showing up for me. But then on his side, it's I just have to see her. I mean, maybe she's thinking the same thing. Yeah, you should at least see me before this is over, before I'm really gone. Page of Swords and the Emperor. There is this moment in time where I would argue she's aware. Hi, pumpkins. She's aware that she's about to start a new life. She is very much aware that she has turned her attention to something different now. It's a little bit like the storyline for her is like I've reached that point where I know that this is done now. But if they were gonna like give me a send off or say goodbye or say one final message, I guess now is the only time because I'm about gone on this new new timeline. The only thing is with this Emperor, she's either saying, because I know I'm about to start something and I'm going to meet the person that I'll marry. I'm going to meet somebody wonderful. Maybe they won't be my Two of Cups, but I think I'm done thinking that my Two of Cups is ever in this lifetime going to end up with me. Now, here's the crazy part about this. Sometimes, right when somebody says, well, I'm all done now, this is it. Sometimes that's when the final, I don't know, we're at the final countdown. Like, I want to sing that song right now. We have the Chariot. Oh my God. Is that not appropriate? Somebody's getting off the chessboard game. This has been a, tit for tat. This has been a very lengthy game. This could have gone on for 7 months, 7 years, probably a long amount of time though. This Chariot says it's time to move on. It says that there's no more I make a move, then I wait for you. And then you make a move, chess games can go on for years with two different people who never see each other, but they, like, I'll say it this way. If you go to an Airbnb and there's like every year you stay in the same place, and every year so does somebody else, and the two of you have never met, but you have a chess game going, and it's like each year you wait for your turn to make the next move, or, hopefully it's not a year apart, but we could have a chess game that could go on for an entirety of a lifetime, as long as people keep coming every year and staying at the same, whatever hotel or something. And everybody makes one chess move and then the other one makes a chess move, and they never even encounter each other. It's all just done in the ether. Or, they're never in the same room at the same time. That's the amazing part about chess, but that's the thing. She's done with a chess game where they're never in the same room at the same time. That's why she's leaving. The game is over. It's all done now. 6 of Cups. So it's time for one of two things. There can be no more delays. If they have something to see and say to her, I mean, it's now. Otherwise, she's moving into a new cycle with somebody else. Maybe it won't be a Two of Cups. Maybe it'll be a soulmate. But she's ready to say goodbye to this permanently. And they know this. Truth be told, it's got to stop. The chess game has to stop now. We have the Star. Man, she's going to be so far out of reach. She's going after her other wishes, hopes, and dreams. We have a Page of Cups. She's turning the page. And this says it's fair and it's just that she does this, because whatever happened here, it was this, like I said, two people never in the same room, but still playing this weird chess game. That was a metaphor for this whole relationship, and it's got to stop. It is just that she moves on. What is their component of this? What is their role in this? What happens here? They let this go. We have the 10 of Swords and we have the Death and Rebirth. Something about they let this go. It's over and they know it. And they finally transform in some way. How do they transform from letting this whole thing end? 5 of Swords. They transform not in a great way, though. We always think that transformations and rebirths must be better. They get bitter, not better. They get really pissed that she would get off the chessboard. That's a weird transformation to make. I did not see that coming. We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. There's some element of, like, they don't take any responsibility. They're just pissed that she got off the chessboard and is moving on without them. I don't see them trying to go see her. I don't see them trying to put a stop to this, and I don't see them taking action. I just see them saying, yeah, you know what? See, she didn't love me enough to stay, so whatever, doesn't matter. It's almost like, see, I proved it right. I knew she wasn't going to, wait for me. But they didn't make a move toward her. They just kept playing a weird chess game, is what it says. Temperance and the 4 of Swords. Gosh, they need to do some deep healing, is what this looks like. They've got to go do some really deep healing, because if they're holding on to this bitterness, this false sense of victory, and then saying, well, I can let it go now, I think it's going to take them maybe years to recognize that maybe they were not able to move toward her. They wanted her to be in stasis over them their entire life, but her moving on from them was not her not loving them anymore. It was her saying, you're not going to grow and change anything unless I let go. And I'm not going to move on unless I let go. So I have to move forward. And so do you. It looks like over time, maybe they'll come around to this and they'll understand this, but this is definitely a tough thing for them. They're going to have a lot of ponderings of what if, wait a second, what if I had done things different? They will heal. It'll just take time for them. They will someday come around to understanding all this better. But theirs is everything for them is this very long, long chess game. Their concept of irritation, their concept of, then finally changing their opinion again, and then starting to heal, and their opinion of finally getting balanced, and then their opinion of, I wonder what could have been if things had been different, if I had behaved different. I don't know why this person is a master procrastinator, but they seem to be. Final message just for her. She's turning that new chapter. We got the Hanged Man sideways. She may meet a Pisces. She may move on in life. She may always think about them from time to time. I feel like they stay in her mind, but they don't hold her back. I feel like she loves this person, but she moves on and has a great life with someone else. Literally, we have the Four of Wands, moving on from this Two of Cups relationship in the physical sense, even though she always will remember them, and marrying somebody that is whole and is present for her, and being with someone and letting go of this very dry desert where she held on to a love who loved her, but they never seemed to water the connection. Those are the best decisions I think she'll ever make, is to go ahead and move on and be happy and marry somebody who is very present with her. So let me just ask this one final question. Why did these two ever even meet? If they were, Two of Cups, but they never came into a union. King of Wands, this storyline was actually to help him. It was to help him move forward. He had some saboteur's energy, or he was consistently, he's had the Ace of Cups sideways. It's like he wanted to test the boundaries of love. Like, you don't love me. There's no way you could love me. So I'm going to make sure that you can't love me. I'm going to stay away from you, but still want you to want me for an eternity, but never come together in the satisfaction, because I just don't believe you could love me, but I want you to love me and prove it to me. And he finally, because he finally pushes her away so much. And at first he's got the hollow victory of, see, I knew it. And then he changes over time. And it's like, if he hadn't met her, he maybe never would have slowly started to have the awakening that, I think I ruined this one. I think I pushed her away. I think I needed to heal some stuff inside of me, this determination that I'm going to prove that she won't stay waiting for me for all of eternity. It's almost like he would never believe that she loved him unless she stayed in this holding pattern for her entire life. And then at the end of their lives, he'd be like, wow, you really did love me. And instead, after all this time, she energetically is saying, this is no good. This doesn't prove anything. In fact, all it does is prove that I'm not capable of moving forward. And I won't do this. I won't get trapped in his game, his dysfunctional game of, prove to me that you love me by staying stagnant and never moving on, but also never coming together with me. That's a really weird set of rules to put in place. I can see why it would be such a hollow victory, and I can see why it's taken so much strength for her to get out of that pattern, because it's a weird thing to say, wait, I feel them wanting me, but why aren't we just coming together? What's the obstacle? There isn't one. That's why she had to be on that hermit's journey. That's why she had to think through all of this, puzzle through all of something that I don't think she could have understood, or him, her, it doesn't matter what genders. This was a complicated one for sure. And maybe it doesn't have the greatest of resolutions, but I think it actually does, because this experience was something they had to learn. Yes, mommy's coming. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.